Yo, guys, let's hope we got college football Saturday, and it is Rivals Week, so we have a ton of good games to look at and go through. We're going to hop into them in a second. I got 4 free picks for you guys in this video. First, before we talk about those, make sure to drop a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds. It's free. Just click the like button, and do not forget to subscribe because I post these free pick videos every single day for NFL, college football, and NBA, and we have been doing really well on the channel lately. Yesterday, on Friday for that Black Friday NFL game, we barely missed. We killed Aiden O'Connell and Brock Bowers plays. And then Patrick Mahomes, for some reason, is like the only quarterback this year that wasn't able to throw 2 touchdowns against the Raiders. Very unfortunate, but we were barely, 1 touchdown off of cashing that 3-man right there. But hopefully we could cash this 4-man today in this video. Before I go talk about those plays, last thing I want to say, look at the absolute Christmas presents that Sleeper is dropping for us right now. I've talked about it for the last week or two at this point. Sleeper and all of these sports betting apps are begging for us to go hop on their apps, and they are giving us anything they can to entice us to get and download their apps. So we need to take advantage of it because it's only helping us out. So what you guys need to do right now, if you are not already on the Sleeper app, if you're only on Prizepicks or Underdog, don't be lazy, guys. Go hop on another app. Trust me, you're going to like Sleeper. This has been my favorite app for a few months now since I've really downloaded it. They have a $1,500 deposit match right now, and normally it's $100. Every other app is at $100. $1,500 just by downloading their app using code GHOST. So when you download it, it asks you if you have a promo code. Type in code GHOST in all caps right here before you deposit. As long as you have that code locked in and set in before you deposit, you will get a $1,500 deposit match. So I'll put the link in the comments and the description for you guys, but make sure you take advantage of that because that is a limited time. The $1,500 is going to go away soon, and it's going to go back to $100. So make sure you get that $1,500 deposit match with code GHOST on Sleep right now. And if you use code GHOST, not only do you get that, but you're also going to get a free LaMelo Ball play, a Joe Burrow discount, a Lamar Jackson discount, and you are also going to have the next few days of this Sleeper, 6-day feast thing that they're doing. So you're going to get more promos dropping on the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd. So they're dropping more promos for the next 3 days on top of the 3 promos they already currently have. So if you use code GHOST, you're basically just going to get flooded with a ton of discounts and a ton of money. So go get on Sleep right now. There's not a better time to do it. And again, it really is one of my favorite apps. That's the best advice I could give you guys. I know the picks are great, but the best advice I could give you is hop on these apps, use these deposit matches, and get the free promos. If you're in any one of these white or gray states right here, including Canada, you can get this app. So if you live in any one of these states and you don't have Sleeper already, get on Sleeper. And if your grandma, uncle, grandpa are not on Sleeper, get everyone in your family on Sleeper because you're going to be making them money and giving them free promos. So there's no reason not to. But let's hop into the video now. So the first play I have for you guys, we're going to be talking about our favorite game of the day, or my favorite game of the day as far as player props goes. I actually think this is probably going to be the most entertaining game, as well as, at least as far as score goes and stuff like that. It's going to be Syracuse versus Miami. So the first play out of this game we're going to be taking is Kyle McCord over 325 passing yards. I know that sounds high. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you have been following this guy all year long like we have on this channel, he is a dog. Last year at Ohio State, I really did not think he was that good. But this year, he, I believe, is leading the ACC in passing yards. And I think he's really, I think he's at least top 5 in the country in passing yards. He's been killing it this year. You could see 321, 392, 323, 470. He's hit this 2 out of his last 5 games. A couple of those games he missed by less than 5 yards. So this line really isn't that high for him. But on top of that, he is playing Miami, last game of the season other than their bowl game that they will end up getting. But this is really their last game of the season against Miami. This is a spot for not only Kyle McCord, but Syracuse as a team to really, make a statement in this game. So every single quarterback that is, half decent that's played Miami this year has torched them, mostly because they're losing by, a couple touchdowns the entire game. They're forced to pass the entire game. If you're not passing against Miami, it's an automatic loss. You might as well forfeit. So he probably is going to have 40 plus pass attempts in this game pretty easily. And Kyle McCord at home is an absolute dog. This guy at home is so much better than he is on the road. But honestly, regardless on the road or home, I still would take Kyle McCord over 325 against Miami because, again, he's going to have a ton of pass attempts. This Miami defense is not as good as people think, especially passing defense, especially when it's against a quarterback that's halfway decent. So I really like Kyle McCord here to get over that 325 mark right there. And again, they should be losing, but it should be a high-scoring game. I actually think it's going to be a lot closer than most people think. So I like Kyle McCord right there. We're going to be pairing that up with Cam Ward. I don't want to take his passing yards just because 325 kind of is a lot for Cam Ward just because they do get up. They have been running the ball a lot more lately. But what I like is 2.5 passing touchdowns. So like I said, this should be the highest scoring game of the weekend with, I think the over-under right now is sitting at like 67.5, I want to say. So it should be a really high-scoring game. He's hit this line 3 out of his last 5 games. Syracuse does give up a lot of passing touchdowns as well. But regardless of who the defense is, Cam Ward, as long as it's a close game, if the other team pushes Miami to score, Cam Ward should be able to get over 2.5 passing touchdowns, especially because they need this win to lock in their spot in the ACC championship game. So this is really the most important game of the whole season for Cam Ward and Miami. So he should throw over, at least 3 touchdowns in this game. So I like pairing him up there. Even though he's a goblin, I still like the play because he has to get that for Miami to have a chance in the playoffs this year. The next play we're going to be going to is my second favorite game of the day. That's going to be Texas Tech versus West Virginia. This is also another game that is like 64.5 as total score line right now. So should be a really high scoring, pretty close scoring game again here. Excuse me. But 286 for, Morton here. This is a bit of a higher line than we normally see for him, but West Virginia and Texas Tech both basically don't have a passing defense. They both are atrocious at defending the pass. So West Virginia is his best matchup of the season. 286, like I said, seems like a lot, but he did just have 366 against Oklahoma State. He had 275 against Colorado, 286 against Baylor. So it's not like he can't do this. We've seen him do it before, and even when he doesn't, he still gets pretty close to that line. But I guess against West Virginia, with how bad their passing defense is and how much he's going to have to pass the ball in this game, I really like over 286 yards. It feels like every single quarterback that plays West Virginia this year gets over that line. So I'm taking Morton to get over that line, especially in a close scoring game here. And then the fourth and final play I have for you guys is going to be SMU's running back to get a touchdown against Cal. So we're taking Smith right here. He just needs 1 touchdown. He's had 2, 3, 1, and 1. It seems like he's getting this almost every single week this season. Playing Cal, you guys know I am a Cal fan. I'm literally wearing a Cal hoodie right now. But I still think they're going to get in the end zone here. Cal, whenever we play even a decent running back, really, but especially when we play a really good running back like Brashard Smith here, we do get torched by them, especially within the 5 or 10 yard line. They just walk into the end zone every time. So I think SMU is going to score probably 3 or 4 touchdowns in this game. And I think Smith's going to get in for at least one of them. So I think that's a pretty safe play right there. So we're taking him over 0.5 touchdowns just because he's so consistent with it. And Cal does give up a lot of rushing touchdowns, especially within the 5 or 10 yard line, which is where he gets a lot of handoffs. So I like that play right there for him. So this is the 4 plays I got, guys. Kyle McCord, Cam Ward, Morton, and Smith right here, guys. That's going to pay 5x as well. So that's pretty good. Guys, make sure to drop a like on the video. Again, it is free. It takes 2 seconds. I'd really appreciate it. Do not forget to subscribe. I post these videos every day helping you guys out. So subscribing is going to help you guys out as well. So you see all the free plays. And before we get out of here, I just want to remind you one more time, if you were ever going to download another app right now, like specifically today on Saturday or Sunday, these next 2 days are literally the best time you could possibly do it. This is when they have the most discounts they've ever had. $1,500 for free. 3 discounts. They're dropping more discounts for the next 3 days straight. So get on Sleeper right now and just make sure you have code GHOST in before you deposit, and you will be all set to get all of those promos and that free money. Other than that, guys, these are the plays for the games on Saturday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.